Alright, I think we're a little bit better now. I tried this before. Bit of a difficulty. So how's everybody's day going? I'm doing alright. Like I said previously, I just did another Walmart trip, and for whoever cares, and I bought a few things. Yeah, not that eventful. Not as eventful as you think. Yeah, so the Walmart's actually closing. The one by me is actually closing in a few minutes, so I made it just in time. So that to me is a victory. And I spent under $80 right now, so that is a second victory. So I'm looking for a third victory with this live video, and I know I'm gonna get it. And how am I so confident? Because my guest tonight is gonna be Wilfredo. A lot of you know him as G-Kid, okay? That's my homie, and I have not seen him in a while. I haven't seen a lot of my friends in a while, and I'm gonna have him on, and we're gonna talk, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna catch up, and with all this quarantine, it's been tough, you know, getting together with people. So this is my way of doing so. All right. I see a few people already joined. Thank you guys for joining in. I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna go ahead and invite Wilfredo into this lovely chat, and we're gonna talk. So, without further ado, Wilfredo. There's the guy.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude? How you been, man?
I've been good, you know, just quarantine with everybody.
I hear you.
Yeah, just right now, since everything's starting to slightly open up, I'm trying to, you know, get some cardio in, shed off some of this pandemic weight.
Pandemic pounds?
Yeah, the pandemic pounds.
I hear you, dude. I hear you. Yo,
yeah, been going on
you're getting praise from Bobby right now, so you know it's.
Oh, what's happening, Bob?
It's, you know, it's a good thing, dude. Yeah, bro. I haven't seen you guys in a while, man. Like what's been up? How you been staying safe, dude?
I've just been staying indoors. I literally, this whole pandemic, I didn't play around with it.
Me neither, dude. Me neither.
Yeah, I literally, it got to the point that I didn't even go out for like groceries. I just had it ordered and sent to my house.
Wow, that's funny because I heard like that became like such a thing where people, I guess, they over wanted. How do I say it? Like I guess like the orders were a lot, so that became like a very strenuous thing to do.
Yeah,
you know, because like everybody wanted to do it, so now it's like, oh damn, like do we have enough manpower to like?
No, yeah, because I remember when I had first ordered it, there was like a 2-week delay. I was like, oh Jesus, all right.
So you're gonna have to start.
Yeah, they were basically, all right, if you want to do it, but then you're not going to have nothing to eat for 2 weeks.
Dude, I hope you have canned goods and, like, something in a fucking bomb shelter type thing to survive off of.
Some Marine-style rations.
Rations? You're using, like, 40s, like, disaster words. No, that's how we are, dude. It's 2020, and we're basically, well, not necessarily, but we are kind of living in, like, old times where it's, like, the life we knew, we're kind of going backwards.
Yeah,
in a way.
It's kind of, well, I don't want to compare it to that. It's kind of excessive, but somewhat like the Great Depression, just with technology.
Yeah, with technology. Well, that's the thing too, and I think we're so fortunate. And it's gonna sound like cheesy, whatever. But we're fortunate enough to have technology where we can do something like this. And like, imagine if this pandemic. I mean, the last time we saw something was like back in 1918, where it was like something that ravaged like the country, right?
Yeah.
They didn't have anything like this. So if you had to stay indoors, you were just indoors. You had no connection to the outside world. Now you can like, dude, you can like, yeah. It's like, you know, listen to the radio and see, like, you know, the guy reporting, you know, it's like, oh, it's another shitty day outside. Stay in. And it's like, all right, that's fucking perfect. But now we get to like communicate. I'm acting like this technology hasn't been out for a few years now.
Yeah, this has been around for a while, but I don't think anybody really appreciated it until
yeah,
like now. Because I
Exactly.
can't imagine, like, I didn't know what the hell Zoom was until
Me
this
neither.
happened.
Zoom was like one of those things that it felt like it was a company that got created just for this.
It felt like it, right? But it's been around.
They're like, oh, your school lessons. Go on Zoom. You need a business call for me because it
Yeah.
was always Skype.
Yeah, I knew
And
about Skype, and like some Google had some things like that as well.
yeah,
But
Skype or
Zoom is the
what
one
are the
that
other one?
everybody clinged on to.
Yeah, Google
Skype,
Duo was another one, right?
yeah, something like that.
That you can
I'm
talk
not
or
familiar with.
yeah, or FaceTime.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
FaceTime, but can you FaceTime like multiple people? Because that's what Zoom is like known for.
Okay, yeah, you're right. There you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Zoom is the one that you can have like a party video chat or whatever.
Zoom kind
So
of be
I guess
like
that's how
the
it took off.
honed into that market of like more than one. I mean, more than two people on at a time.
Yeah,
But
basically.
let me ask you this. So with this whole staying in and everything, because you and I we're creative dudes. You know, we're gonna get into that a little later about how we're always creatively we were always like in sync. But
Yeah.
uh, how have you has this improved your creativity or has it stifled it in a way?
Um, a little bit of both.
How so? Yeah.
It started like I was like, oh, now I have time to do what I wanted, what I've been wanting to do. I got some stuff done. I got some music done.
Oh,
And
nice.
then after a while, it's just like, all right, I've been doing this like every day for like 3 weeks now. Like I want to do something else. Like your brain just shuts down
Yeah.
and you just want to do something else. It's almost like just that the human nature, like you just want to go against like what you've been doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very true.
So
Very true.
yeah,
So what about
so
you've been practicing the guitar? I mean, I
yeah,
know
I've
you
been
practice
practicing.
all the time, but
Yeah, but now that I've had more time, I've gotten slightly better at it,
not sweet.
and I've been just working on music whenever I get the inspiration to. But it's helped with that, and it's helped with everybody because I tried to order stuff from like Sam Ash, like some music stuff, like everything, their whole thing is out of stock.
Yeah, because
Because
everybody's
so
just picking up
many
hobbies,
people, yeah,
dude.
everybody's just like, yo, if I'm gonna be in here, I'm gonna learn guitar, I'm gonna learn a piano, like
Uh-huh.
DJ equipment, everything is gone.
Shit. I mean,
So
that's a good thing, right? So that's a takeaway from this, right? Is that people are
yeah,
gonna
there's
get
gonna
out
be a
of this.
big boom of entertainers out of this.
They're like, wow, we got a bunch of talented folks out of this, man. I mean, it's weird, right? That's just, I mean, what else are you gonna do? Um, but yeah, so you also mentioned staying active. That's another thing, right? Because gyms closed, and I miss
Yeah.
the gym like
No, yeah,
crazy,
you
dude.
you were a gym guy, yeah.
I loved it. Like, I was getting into doing Muay Thai too. And I was
Oh,
doing,
really?
yeah, I was getting into classes, dude. Yeah. And I was, it's tough because, when full time, when you work, but you always try to make time for your hobbies,
Your hobbies and
so,
your interests, yeah.
your interests. So I was trying to do Muay Thai, the regular gym, of course, comedy. But yeah, I was trying to do Muay Thai and I was in it for a few months. And then, when this hit, it was like, how like we didn't know what this was, right? It was like
Yeah.
overseas, and then you started hearing the cases here, but you're like, all right, is it?
I'm
All right,
not
it's not
gonna
going to
lie.
affect us
When I first heard it came here, I was like, oh, it'll blow over in like a week.
in a week. Yeah,
I doubted it at first. I'm not gonna lie.
dude, a
And then
lot
when
of
I saw like school started getting shut down, I was like, oh, okay.
dude, schools sort of shut down, the gyms, and I stopped going. Actually, I stopped going to the gym maybe 2 weeks prior to them closing because I had a feeling. I was like, maybe I shouldn't go, like just because we didn't know. But then I was like, maybe I
Yeah.
shouldn't go, so I stopped. I stopped doing everything. I would just go to work, come home, and see what. Because I started freaking out. Like the world was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Even now, dude, like I just, I think, some people they get like too lax, like they're too like, oh, it's been a few months. Bro, the virus hasn't changed.
Yeah.
The virus
The
doesn't
virus doesn't
know.
care what time the time frame.
Yeah, the virus hasn't been like, I think I've overstayed my welcome.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
not the
overstaying my
case.
welcome. Time to move on. Yeah, that's not how that works.
It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Exactly. That's how it works. Dude, I'm like, fuck that, bro. We don't know. Am I miserable at home a lot of times? Sometimes, yeah, because I could be a bit of a homebody sometimes. But
Yeah.
I miss going to the comedy clubs, dude. Like I said, I miss hanging out. Hey, what you doing? Let's meet up. We could be doing this face to face.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, look, all right, but I'll sacrifice.
Yeah. But
Right.
also that goes with the without this, I don't think people would have valued that. Because I'm pretty sure
Oh, hell
people
yeah.
got in contact
Dude,
with people that they haven't talked to in years just because they had nothing else to do.
facts.
But then everybody's just
100%.
so like everybody's just like running around so worried about their own thing that they're like, all right, I'll catch up with them later, and then years pass by, and then you just forget, and then that's it.
No, that's it, yeah.
So it helped with that.
It did. It helped with that. But would it be screwed up, like, you still don't talk to that person? Like, I'm never getting in contact with
Then
this fucking
you just
person.
really hated them then, if that's the case. Like I would rather sit here and stare at a wall than have any sort of dialogue with you.
That is the most, but that's the most honest thing you could tell a person like that. Like, regular times, I didn't want to talk to you. Pandemic times, I didn't want to talk to you. We're back to regular times. Not
I'm
gonna
not
talk to
talking.
you.
Yeah, that's hatred.
Huh?
Oh, I was reading something Bobby said.
Yo, Bobby, I gotta get Bobby on. I'm gonna get Bobby on soon, man. I'm starting this up, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just starting this up, and I just want to.
Yeah, I know you've been wanting to do this for a while.
I've been wanting to, because like I said, bro, me and you creatively, you know where I'm at creatively, and vice versa. Like, we know, so, I've been wanting to do, like, I don't want to label this a podcast. I mean, some do, and I'm not, if you do, you label it, it's fine, but this is just like an interview. Like, I want to interview the person and the people, you know what I'm saying, that I love, that have been my friends for the longest, and that's like you guys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
And just like reconnect at the same time, you know what I'm saying? And make this into like a little show. Why not, right? It's internet, it's free unless you pay the bill. So why not? You know what I'm saying? I do pay the bill.
Yeah.
It's not free.
Oh, unless you're hooked up to like a McDonald's free Wi-Fi spot or something.
Bro, Dave, you say that louder so Bobby can hear.
I'm sure he does that. He knows what it is, man. He knows those people aren't ordering McChickens. They just want the Wi-Fi.
What are the odds? Can I get a number 3 and the password?
And your Wi-Fi password, please.
But look, I have to talk about this, dude. I woke up this morning, okay? And you put up a post this morning.
Oh, yeah.
And it was, at first I thought something happened.
You thought I died and somebody took over my Instagram account?
Dude, I woke, because this was early, I read this. So I'm like, I read my phone. And bro, I'm like, I'm like, dude, so I had to read, because you put a great, like I said, a well-written, like, good paragraph.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
so I was like, I have to read the context quick as shit. So I'm just like this, half asleep, like, and it all seemed good. So I'm like, oh. And then I calmed down.
You're waiting for RIPs?
Dude, stop, chill, bro.
Or some shit.
Yeah, I was like, what? Why is he doing this? But my point is, you didn't have to do it for a special reason, right? What was behind that? Give me the reason why you did that. What was the reason behind that post? It was fantastic.
Well, it was accumulation of different things. It was just one, this quarantine gave everybody a lot of time to think. And I'm naturally, like, I'm just pessimistic. I think about, like, all the negative shit.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm saying.
With this time of year, I usually get more depressed because of everything that goes on. I mean, people that know me know about, like, my godfather and what he meant to me. He passed away 15 years ago. And during 15? That time,
wow,
15 years ago, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was around the same time that we were all linking up. And I never really gave that any thought because I was so obsessed with that negativity. So I was like, let me focus on something positive, and that's the first thing that clicked in my head. So it was like an appreciation post / something to, like, move on. I guess, move on. And, like, go past, like, the grieving and the negativity and more of a celebration type thing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear. I know you and your godfather, dude. I get it. You know, we did that song where you dedicated it to him. I dedicated mine to my grandmother. Our respective verses. 15, dude. Time flies, especially with something like that, dude. And it was a beautiful post, legit, dude. Like, beautiful, and that was really cool. And that's why I was like, I had to talk to him today about it. I got to mention it because if I would have went through this whole thing without mentioning it, I would have been like, fuck. I wanted to bring that up, so I'm glad I got to like pick your brain on why you did that. And it was awesome, dude. And I saw all the pictures, in each slide. And it was dope, bro. Yeah.
No, yeah, it was just like Empire's like it's funny because we're known as doing this hip hop thing, and I mean Crusoe has a catalog that's like stretches down the block. But me and you,
he does.
we did music, but it veered like into a million different other things. And then I noticed like everybody like was linked to it, but not music wise. And then we just became like known as Empire, even though somehow it veered away from music, and it just became like, oh, we do this, we do that, and then it became like family. So
it really did, bro.
Yeah, it was
really
awesome to like reflect on.
I would. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying from like bothering like Frank's parents and like literally using their basement.
Dude, yeah, the basement days, bro. Like Frank's basement, where I remember we tried to like, that would have been a real like, this is a perfect studio space, and we tried to like really record it because that basement was such a great space.
It was,
right, dude. We were there one New Year's Eve. Yeah, remember? It was DJ Bobby on the turntables. He had the pad. He had the you see, he had like the pad, and he had like, and this is what we're going 10 years ago, a good 10, 11 years ago.
It had to been a good 10 years ago, yeah.
And Bobby's like, yo, check this out. He pulls out a like fucking iPad.
I still remember that.
He starts spinning. I'm like, what the? Dude, my mind blew. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I remember that. But yeah, that basement was it was Frank's room, since he wants to point that out. It was. He didn't have
Is Frank looking for royalties on that room? It was like, it was my room. Frank, you want royalties on that room?
Oh yeah, the
Four Locos too, bro.
I don't know how you guys drank that shit.
Dude, do you know people they're still out, the Four Locos is still out there as a drink?
I did not know. I thought they not banned them, but I thought
they discontinued it. Because I don't drink. Like you don't drink, right?
Yeah, I don't drink.
I don't drink. I stopped I never had a problem. I always put that as a disclaimer. Never had a problem with drinking. I just stopped because I didn't want to do it anymore. So I stopped doing it. But I would see people like buy them still or whatever, and people like show them online. I'm like, that's still a freaking thing, dude.
Yeah, that's news to me.
Did they find the last case?
What?
Huh?
What happened?
I said, did they find the last case of Four Locos and try to recreate the formula?
Yes, I don't know what they did. It seemed like for a while it was White Claw. It seemed like that was the replacement of Four Locos. At least that's what it seemed like to me.
It does seem like it. You're right.
That appeared out of nowhere.
Because it's any type drink in a can is like the next is like the party drink. So Four Locos. And I guess White Claw took after. I mean, I don't know if there was something before that, because like I said, I don't drink anymore. So I don't know.
But that one was enough that it got on my radar, and I don't drink. Yeah. So that must be the next Four Locos to me.
I love how like the two dudes who don't drink are turning this into like a liquor podcast.
A liquor conversation with our extensive knowledge of drinks we never tasted.
We know what we're talking about here. But yeah, man.
Wow, I did want to ask you how are you with your comedy writing during this pandemic? Because it would seem, I mean, we're two different people, but after a while, it would hinder you, wouldn't it? Because you do draw from experiences, and with this quarantine, there's really no experiences to draw from.
Great point. What I'm doing is what I've been doing even before this pandemic quarantine happened. What I was doing was I was taking bits I was doing, because I've been doing it, like I started comedy for the very first time 5 years ago. So and you've seen my sets. I've had rough sets, dude. I've had fucking jokes that were like, oh. And the thing that I'm starting to realize with my material was I had too much material. Like, too much filler.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
In the bit, right? where I could have hit the punchline quicker because I'm new to this, right? Like at the time, and I'm still new. 5 years is like nothing in comedy years, right? You're still evolving, you're still learning how to write, and it's a craft. So I would be like, wow, I would look at a bit from like 3-4 years ago, bro, I just redid the bit and it's like way better, I think, because I cut out like the fat, so to speak, right?
Yeah, that's what they call it.
That's what I would do. I would cut out all that unnecessary shit out the bit, and I will get to the punchline quicker. So I've been doing that a lot because, like you said, you can't draw off experience when you're not doing much. So I would just
you're just remastering the old ones.
Pretty much, dude. Yeah, I'm like, I can redo that. The bit sounds better this way, or sounds better that way. But here's where the problem happens. I don't know where to try. I can't try it out right now.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Because I'd go to like, dude, I'll go to New Brunswick, or, you know what I'm saying, or I'll go to Stress or something. I'll be like, oh, next week I'm gonna try it out, see if it works. I don't know when I'm gonna try it out because, like you said, you know, I'm chilling right now. I'm gonna still staying safe right now. I'm gonna, you know, relax. Yeah. But it sucks because, you know, you can't express it.
Yeah.
You know,
you're itching to try it out, but yeah, I'd recommend just riding it out and staying safe. Yeah, because the clubs are open now, right? I would assume
some clubs are opening. I don't know too much about it since I'm not out there like that, but I know some clubs. Yeah, some clubs are opening. I know a few comics that are putting out outdoor mics. So I guess, okay, you know, I mean, I don't know if they're distancing. I don't know about that, but all I know is that they're doing outdoor mics, and you know, I saw
the Chappelle thing that he did on YouTube. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, that was incredible, bro.
Yeah, when I saw that, that was pretty genius. Well, yeah, the thing itself.
But yeah, the people had masks on, right? Like in the audience.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They had, like, you know, they had the labels with the chairs. Everything was distance, and people had their masks on, and it was outdoors. Yeah, like, no, that's pretty smart. I wouldn't have even thought of to do something like that. I would just been like, I'll wait until this thing is over.
That's why they get paid the big bucks.
Yeah,
exactly. They think of everything. But what was it? What I wanted to say? Oh yeah, well, you saw the thing with Let me ask you quick, because the lighting is a little. Can you see me, or is it dark? Or is it getting dark?
No, I can see you fine.
You see me fine?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure, because I got some lights. I do this in the car because, like I said, I don't want to, like.
I saw like an 18-wheeler like pass by like 5 minutes ago.
Dude, that's my cool green screen background. I have like.
It's highly professional.
Here's the thing. Yeah, because I figure, like, I'm doing it in the car now because, like, and like, I don't want to disturb anybody at home because I'm loud, and I'm like, you know, like.
I mean, I'm doing this at home, and just like I got little cousins downstairs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so I could only imagine, like, this thing could get bombarded with little kids eventually.
Exactly, that's the thing, right? And also, like, I like the sound because it's almost like a booth.
Yeah,
right?
It's compressed, yeah.
So, like, yeah, so, you know, I don't want to stay in the car forever, but for right now it works. I'm starting, like, grassroots, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck it. You got
pedestrians staring at you wondering what the hell you're doing.
Dude, I'm pretty sure some people were like, I hope there's a phone in front of him.
He's got a psychopath giving himself a prep talk before he goes to it.
I'm looking at my Walmart bill, like, they overcharged me, you know?
Is that where you're at?
Yes. Because I had to go to Walmart for some things. I said, you know what, let me meet up with this guy when I get out. Now I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little embarrassed.
Everybody goes.
I'm fucking around.
Don't worry about that. Everybody has to wait in the long ass line that they have. Well, they have it here anyway.
Dude, I went through that. Like there's not like a self checkout. There's like these little lines that they aren't self checkout. They're like an actual line, like an actual belt conveyor, but it's only for like one person. You've seen those, right?
Yeah, I've seen those.
Oh, those are sweet, bro. Because you could like you could like lay all your shit out, but it's only you. And like if you don't want like the cashier to like, if you're like you don't want them like touching your food, you know how some people are. They don't like right now. That's like yeah.
That's pretty genius. I just use self checkout.
I use it too because like it depends. Like I try to. My thing is like the reason I wouldn't do it is because I try to like that because I look at it that's replacing someone's job. You ever thought of it like that? I thought of it that way.
The Bill Burr approach.
But no, oh my God, now you got me thinking about that bit. No, like that. It's just that that's someone's job, and if like more people use self-checkout, they'll be like, oh, I guess we don't need these jobs.
You don't need them.
I don't want to do it, folks, dude. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're very noble. I guess I'm selfish because I was like, I'd rather get that guy fired and not have to wait in line. I'm sorry.
Got the guy fired line out, and
he could show the initiative and do something else to keep his job.
Dude, I was a cashier for 9 years.
Well, that is true. You have more empathy for that position.
I have more. Yes, correct. I have more empathy, and I was gonna say sympathy, but it makes it sound like it's such a horrible job if I say sympathy.
That's hilarious. And that's Frank is right. The machine doesn't give you an attitude. It's not a.
Yes, it does. The machine does give you an attitude. When it says like when I ring up my meats, the times when I do use self checkout, if the lines are too long and I just can't wait, and I try to ring up meats or something, and it says got to check wait, like hold on or somewhere, however it says it, and I'm like, dude, I'm at self checkout with the biggest fucking attitude, like not to the people but to myself. Every time I ring up a pack of meat, it's like check wait please, check wait, and I have to wait for the one person over there because there's only one person running like.
Well, yeah, if that happens, and that kind of it negates the whole reason of self-checkout. Once you got to bring in an employee, then it's not a self-checkout anymore.
It's not. It's one person stressing over 6 registers. Dude, that's funny, man.
That is embarrassing, though. Once that little red light comes on, it's basically saying, like, yo, this guy's stupid. He doesn't know how to use this machine. Somebody come save him.
Dude, hold on. It looks really. I got these lights. I'm gonna put these lights here. Yeah, I bought these lights. Right, these lights are awesome. Let's show the people real quick. These are the lights here, and these basically this is turning into like a freaking like an ad.
Blair Witch.
The Blair.
I feel like I'm up in the Blair Witch right now.
Is my nose dripping? Why? Was it cold? Or were they like? Why was that?
I don't know, to be honest. I think I've seen that movie like once halfway through, and that was it.
Is that better, light-wise?
Well, yeah, that's a million times better. I see everything now. Before I could see you without the backdrop. Now I see everything.
Good. Okay, good. All right. I know this is unprofessional, but you know what, dude? We're just rocking right now, bro. Like I said, I'm slowly learning how to do this thing, and I'm working with no materials right now, like no mic, obviously, no soundboard, no editing. I do edit it like after, but
yeah, that's all we do. Technology.
Exactly. Thanks. You know, so but speaking of the comedy clubs, you heard what happened with the D.L. Hewley thing, right?
Yeah, I was gonna mention that because that's why I asked if the comedy clubs were open, because when I first read the story, I was like, what comedy club was fucking open that he passed out in?
I think something in Texas, because you know Texas was like open.
Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. I'm sorry, I keep saying Texas. My fault. It was Tennessee. So it was somewhere in the South.
Well, yeah.
And is this too bright, real quick? So,
is it? Kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it's super bright. Yeah. It's
super bright.
Yeah, but I mean, it works. I can see you.
How about that? That better? I angled the lights.
Somewhat. I mean, it's doing his job, though, so I'm not going to hate on it.
Okay, cool. No, but I'm sorry. Yeah, so Tennessee, so unfortunately, he passed out.
Yeah.
And you know what happened, right? Why he said it. Like, he put out a statement after.
I don't know why he passed out, but I know that he has the coronavirus.
Well, he was dehydrated, and he tested positive for COVID.
Yeah.
So basically, he was like, dude, he's like, I had no symptoms, no cough, no fever, none of the shortness of breath. He had nothing.
He just dropped.
Dude, he was asymptomatic, and that's where I people go, oh, because I've actually heard people say, oh, I'm fine. Oh, I don't have to cover up. I feel fine. Are you crazy? Do you not know you can carry this and just?
Yeah, you can be a carrier.
Exactly.
They've never heard of a carrier before. They just think that, oh, if you don't feel the symptoms, then that's it. I don't got it. I'm fine.
Dude, that's so reckless.
Status quo.
Yeah, that's like reckless to think like that, dog. Like, and I tell people, I'm like, bro, listen, like, we don't know if we do have it. We're just not showing symptoms. So that's why I will mask up. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, try to keep my distance from people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just don't know, bro. You just don't know. It's just like, it's too risky. Too fucking risky.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just people. People are stupid. There's nothing I think you can do about that.
Yeah.
Because I remember when this thing had just first started, we were like a month in, and I was in I forgot the name of the store, one of the dollar stores, Family Dollar, whatever the hell they're called.
Yeah.
I was in one of those stores. This dude didn't have a mask on, and they're trying to like get him to leave, and he wouldn't leave, and he's just like throwing a tirade in the store and the lady's like, just buy a mask or something, and he's just like, no, I'm not gonna wear a mask, and blah 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 blah.
Oh god.
Yeah, this guy's out his fucking mind.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it's like it's just selfishness. That's like the number one thing. It's just it's being selfish.
Yeah,
put it on for other people, not even for yourself, right? Just do it for other people, dude. Like, stop being so fucking self. Oh, it's me. I don't want it. It's all I. It's like, God, really?
But even then, it's not even that, because if you were selfish and you didn't want it, you would still wear a mask.
But my thing is, dude, it makes you think of like humanity. If in a time of a worldwide pandemic, when will people not be selfish? Kind of never at this point, right? Like, you already know.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
You kind of already know. Like, even in the regular life, like when things were regular, you still couldn't really gauge how people are or people were. This is like a test. Well, not really a test, but you know what I mean. Like, it's like a testament of.
Yeah, it amplifies it. You could really see who is or who isn't.
Yeah,
selfish.
And who's gonna, like, you know, do it for the sake of, like, you know what I'm saying, like your neighbor.
Yeah,
well, you're gonna do it for the person next to you. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily just for you. Anyway, yeah, man. I mean, we could talk about this for like all day, but it is, like you said, it is what it is. But
yeah, this thing just it went way out of control. I didn't think it was gonna get this bad.
Dude, it's only 3 months. It's only 4 months. That's it. That's a season.
It's not over yet. People are fucking acting like it's over.
You said it, of course. It's not over.
It's hilarious. I think Florida like got hit with basically a second wave now.
Yeah, Florida, Texas too, bro. It's sad, bro. My heart goes out to the people and the healthcare workers. Dude, because the healthcare workers, dude, you can cripple the freaking healthcare system like this.
Yeah,
like, these are human beings that have to take. You know what I'm saying? These are human beings, and you're putting all this stress on them now, right? And you're putting. That's what I think of too. I also think of the healthcare. Damn, but like, they don't have enough on their plate. Now you're gonna add more onto their plate.
Yeah, they're obviously not gonna think about that though.
Sad, bro.
Not until it's too late, anyway.
But switching up, you know, something. Let me talk. Have you written any songs? Any rapping? Have you been rapping? Have you been like rhyming or anything or no?
Yeah. I've written a couple songs. I just even though it's not really my project to promote, but I had just dropped a freestyle for this project that Cruz was working on.
Oh, sweet.
This mixtape that he's putting together, I don't know the ETA on that or whatever. So, I mean, I don't know if you ever link up with him. Then
I like to talk to him. Yeah, I like to talk to him about his project.
He has stuff going on.
So he's back.
And all. Yeah,
because that's what I checked.
Oh, you mean like music wise? No.
Music wise.
He's just no. He's just organizing something. It's like how do I explain it? It's like a ode to like the old mixtapes. Like, he made a mixtape. He's putting a magazine with it, so it's like a bundle deal.
Oh, sweet.
So he got like a couple people. I'm not sure of the names. He interviewed them or whatever, and then he got a couple of people, and he had like some unreleased stuff. Cause you know, you and I, we're hip hop heads, but Cruz was like freaking. So he had like this unreleased music from different artists and stuff, and he just decided to put a mixtape out of it, and he was like, oh, let me get a couple of my boys on here.
Oh, sweet.
And he hit me up. so I dropped a verse for him.
How'd you like your verse?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a million times better than I was back then. So
Really, dude. Let me tell you that. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. You're fucking incredible with the rhyming,
thank
dude. I tell people all the time, I'm like, dude, my boy Fred, bro, he's the dude. The dude knows how to fucking work words. Because I love words.
you.
I
Yeah,
love words. I love things, finding new words, using them. I love that shit. And you know how to manipulate words and, you know what I'm saying, metaphors and a rhyming. It's crazy. And it
yeah.
made me, because I think, like, I'm like, all right, I'm not like the best. I'm not the worst. I'm not the best. But I'm like, okay, I'll try to think of clever things. But rhyming
Man,
with
you're
people
being
like,
too modest.
huh?
I think you're being too modest.
Yeah, dude, but it's like I'm rhyming with fucking killers like you and Crusoe. You guys made me step my shit up.
Well,
How many times
Cruz made me step up, so I guess it was a chain reaction.
I'm in a freaking verse with you, and I've been on many a verse with you.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I already knew what you were bringing to the freaking table. I'm like, fuck, bro, this guy's gonna kill that shit, bro. So it's like, I'd be like, I gotta at least be up close to him. I gotta, cause you're spitting fucking flame, and I come out with like, okay, it's okay.
I don't think you ever did that. You were a million times wittier than me, so for you could put that in rhyme format. Because there was stuff that I didn't catch until like 3 years after it's been recorded. I was like, oh my god, that's what this nigga meant.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I would try to be witty. I would try to like use references, but yeah, I try to like put them in there. But I think you and I on a track, we balanced each other out so well, because and not to sound biased, but our music together, it fit. Like it just sounded good. It's like it just like, I guess the balance, like you said, because you're such a wordsmith, and then me coming with like with the way I would say things, or like the references I would use, it all gelled together.
Yeah,
and I think that's why Empire was like, okay, it was like, and when people heard it, they took it like, oh shit, all right.
yeah, I've gotten that. They get a little taken back. Like, all right, it's better than I expected it to be.
Exactly. And dude, we can go back to Frank's basement, because spitting that hot flame. Frank, what to say?
Oh, I just saw that.
Bro, we did so much. Joe, did we ever get Frank on a track? I think we did once. He didn't rap,
rapping,
though.
no.
He didn't rap.
He just yelled obscenities towards the police department.
Oh my god! Well, when he got pulled over, I remember that. Oh man. That was, I miss those days, bro. Like you said, 15 years ago. Back at 05, excuse me, 05, 06.
Yeah.
Miss those days, dude. But that was our upbringing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, technically, yeah, that was basically that was the birth.
That was like, we were kids, like, yeah, we were teenagers. For the most part, yeah, we were kids.
Kids. And it was hilarious. I explained the story to my cousin like a month ago or something. He actually asked me, he's like, "Oh, well, why'd you guys name yourselves Empire?" And I was like, I remembered the story, and I was dying laughing, because we sat there. Do you remember how that came about?
We were trying to think of a name.
We sat there and we broke our heads thinking of a name, and I don't know if it was you or me. We were just like, "Oh, Empire," and then we look over, and the case of the Empire movie was there.
It was on top of the television.
Time, and we did not realize it.
And we looked at it, and I don't know how you or I picked it up, and we went, bro.
That shit was hilarious.
And it was so dope. And, like, we're both John Leguizamo fans, so we're like,
yeah,
it's meant to be. Empire, bro. That's awesome, bro. Remember we wanted to perform at the Puerto Rican parade?
Yeah.
We were like, I don't know if I would have been able to do. I would have been so scared, so nervous to do that shit.
I think it would have gone well. I hope so. It depends on the crowd. Because I remember when me and Crusoe wanted to do the Dominican Festival in Jersey City, and they said no. They wanted Spanish music.
Oh damn! What if you threw a couple Spanish words in there? Still no.
I don't think they would go with that.
Holy shit!
But that
But
would
you
have been
meant
interesting if we would have been
yeah,
able to do.
it would have been. It would have been like pretty good exposure, and yeah, it would have been like for me because like I've never performed live. I performed comedy, but
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
only live I've ever performed. You've performed live musically. Crucible
yeah.
performed live musically. I never did that. So I got my creativeness out through comedy, which I'm grateful that I found it. But I always wonder how would it be music wise, right? Like I always think that. I go, how would I be music wise? Maybe one day, bro. Maybe one day we'll, we'll dust off a track and we'll hit up a music mic,
Yeah, it
and
could
give them a
happen.
taste of this empire.
Hey, whenever you want to lace them back up, it's on you.
Well, this is wait till everything's over.
I'm always semi-retired, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but I'm always down.
All right, that's great. I'm not retired. I just haven't done it. That's my status.
You're just
I just haven't
procrastinating.
done it. Actually, I wrote something, dude. No lie. I wrote something to a Fabulous beat.
When?
Maybe in February I did it.
Holy
Before
crap.
this
Okay.
hit. And I wrote to it. And it was all because, dude, before this, I literally have not written in years. Like, literally haven't put a rhyme together in my head in years. So I wrote to it, like, and I do that thing. I don't know if you like this. When I rap, I burn a hole through the floor because I'm constantly walking around. I can't sit and write. Like, I can't be like this, and I can't just. I'm walking around everywhere. I'm walking through the kitchen, through the bathroom, through the living room. I'm walking all around because that's the only way I feel like creatively. My legs have to move. Sounds crazy, but that's
Actually,
how
now
it
that I
is.
think about it, I don't think I've ever been with you when you sat down and wrote something.
I can't do it. I would usually come to you already with shit written.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The only time I can remember is when me, you, and Cruza wrote for a song together. And I remember,
his
now that you
place.
mentioned it, I remember you were having like not trouble,
Leg
but you
spasms.
were you were like out of your comfort zone. You were just like I guess the rush of like the beat just playing and everybody writing.
Dude, how would it look like I'm at your place or even Cruz's place walking around? You're like, motherfucker, sit down. Because I would walk around, bro. I'm like that. Even when I'm writing jokes, I'm like walking around. Boom, boom, boom. It's weird. It's a weird process. I don't know.
I mean, to each their own. I mean, that doesn't seem that out of reach, though. Pretty sure a lot of people relate to that.
Yeah, that was a thing too. And also, you're good. You were so good with the editing too, because you would edit. You actually taught me a cool edit a little bit.
Yeah.
But you were really good at it, and that was like another notch on your belt that you could also engineer. I was gonna say produce, but I mean engineer.
Yeah. I mean, had to. It was either that or pay somebody.
True. Yeah, so you did that for the team too, bro. You did a lot, bro. And I was always I was like, damn, bro, like this guy made this shit happen. The Empire CD. When was the last time you listened to it?
The last time I listened to it, recently, I would say a couple months ago, something like that.
Really?
I listened to a lot of stuff throughout this quarantine. Like I opened up old sessions.
Oh, really?
That's another thing that I did during this quarantine that I didn't mention before. I kind of like learned better about engineering and stuff. Because back then, when we were kids, like we literally didn't engineer. Well, I didn't engineer properly. Like we just recorded our stuff, doubled it, and mixed it down. And there was no EQing, no mastering, and nothing. And we were just happy with that.
No reverb or anything.
I was just listening with the artist's ear. Like I was just like, oh, like I knew what we were saying, because when you sit down to record a song, you're hearing everything. So by the end of the day, you know the verse just like the person that's recording it.
True.
So I'm like, okay, I know what they're saying. So when I'm hearing it, I know already what the hell you're saying. So the mix to me sounds good. I went back and I listened to some songs. I'm like, what the hell am I saying there? Because I had forgotten it because it's been so long. So I'm like, oh, I got to go back and remix things properly.
But it's also, I hear you said with the artist's ear, it's growth, right? Because I bet you now, because dude, as we get older, you see, when you're a creative person like yourself, like myself, we think with a different brain, right? Yeah. And you look at it like we went from rapping, you went from rap, but then you went to guitar playing.
Yeah.
Right? Like Cruiser went to like comics, to his own comic company. Like I went to stand up, and I use us three because we were like I mean like you were the only other two like rappers that I rap with, and that were consistent that I knew personally. So it's funny how we ventured off into different avenues, but it was still creative avenues.
Yeah.
So, dude, I don't think we'll ever not have that creative brain and think like that, which is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I think that's something that the three of us share. Like we can't just sit still.
Yes, I love that.
We have to express ourselves somehow.
Somehow.
So, just like we just become obsessed with something in some sort of art form, and we just like run with it.
Run with it. Yeah. We also tried dabbling with the Weirdo Minded, with the acting.
Yeah, we tried that.
We did improv, right? And we were pretty, like, I know I sound biased every time I say we're pretty good, but remember we did, like, the whole first season with no script. I think the last 2 episodes we had a script, the last 2. But the first 6 episodes, no script.
Yeah, we completely winged that.
We're winging it, working off each other. And it was like, okay. And we usually did it in maybe like 2 takes, if that. We never,
like 2 takes.
Right? We never, except if you had to like stop for like angles or stuff like that's different. But like messing up a lot.
Never a struggle.
There you go. There was never a struggle. So I tell everyone, I have like a thing. I tell everyone, I go, I've dabbled in almost every form of entertainment in its lowest form.
That is true, though.
I've rapped. I've acted. Stand up. I'm doing this podcasting thing, if you want to call it that. All in its, when I say lowest form, I mean it's like nobody else sees this. I am nowhere near professional, but I still attempted it, right?
Theater.
Huh?
You're just missing theater, and that's it. You got the Grand Slam.
Dude, the Grand Slam. Oh, man, shit. I'm like the Shawn Michaels of I don't know what the fuck. So speaking of theater, I always kick myself for like not getting into theater in school because I got into the arts later in life, like except for the rapping, like entertainment part, because I was really into that when I was in my teens, but into the acting and I didn't get into that till like my mid to late 20s, and I was like, dude, if I only got into it earlier, right?
Yeah.
What could have led to?
Yeah, well,
maybe, right? Maybe. But I'm 33, and I'm like, I'm at the lowest form of everything, but I'm still doing it, right?
Yeah.
Silver lining?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you appreciate it more now, so.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Because back then, you know, it was like, because I remember, I forgot, it was elementary school, and I remember I had signed up for drama. For after school program, and I went to the class, and the teacher was like, "Do you sing?" I was like, "No." "Do you act?" "No." He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know what I'm doing." And
I can open the curtains. I can open the fucking curtains. All right.
I was like, I didn't have an appreciation for it.
Yeah, because exactly.
If I would have known what I know now, I would have been like, I could learn.
And who knows where that would have manifested into, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. But yeah, dude, you see now that we're talking, this is like getting me riled up for like doing acting and the music. I'm gonna go home and fucking sleep. Fucking, you know when you're frustrated, you punch your pillow and you try to get comfortable. You're like, like I could do this. Dude, whenever it goes back to whenever that is, we don't know, but Dude, you mentioned it earlier. I think like you said, taking for granted or something like that, or
Yeah.
But that's basically what it is. It's like, dude, I will not take if I have a chance to go out and have fun.
Yeah.
Because fucking do it and to hang out with my friends. And after your freaking post this morning, that got me on my fucking feelings. Dude, okay, real quick. All right, so the first picture you put in the slide, the second one, right?
Yeah.
First one. I love how we did it again. The first one was from 2006.
I believe so, yeah.
6 years later I remember that was 2012.
Was it 2012?
Yes, it was.
6 years later?
I'm decent with dates. It's
Yeah,
weird.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
6 years later. 6 years after that would have been 2018.
Yeah.
So we missed it.
Hey, you're saying we got to recreate that picture every 6 years?
I wanted to. After 2012, I was like,
So I guess 2024?
yeah, or we could do it now since we missed 18, or as soon as possible. I want to redo that picture with us, with Frank, myself, yourself, Caitlin, Bobby, and we were all just like right in a row, just smiling into the camera.
Well, I mean, we should be able to.
That was great, dude. That was
French, you're not getting a hug. What the hell?
Jesus. I don't know, man. I don't know. You still want the royalties from your room? That was my room, bro.
You get one or the other.
One or the other. You can't have all. You can have everything. But yeah, dude. I don't know what time it is because IG Live gives you like an hour, and I try not to like run because I don't want the camera to cut abruptly.
Oh yeah.
That's
Wow.
I think so. Yeah. So yeah, a few more minutes. But yeah, bro, this was great, dude. Thank you so much for being on the show, dude. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you back on, dude. We're doing this again, okay?
All right.
We're gonna do it again, and we're just gonna have a good time talking, reminiscing. Look how quick time flew last week.
I was watching that episode earlier.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And
No problem.
it was on my B day, and I was my B day. Let me put out the first episode, and time flew, dude. We did like 53 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the time flew, and with you too, bro. But when I'm talking to my brothers, it's like it's easy when you talk to your brothers. It's like
It's just like when after we're done chilling and we talk and it spills over to like 2 hours. Past the when we thought we were gonna leave.
I would, if I could, I would do it. But for right now, I want to keep it short because I'm in like below the infancy stage of this. So it's like, who's gonna listen to 3 hours of it, right? So like but I think this should suffice 50-something minutes,
No, yeah, that should be good.
So how's your family doing? How's everybody? How's your cousins too? Because I know your cousins always show love, with the rapping thing.
Yeah, everybody's good. My cousin, the one the one that's always like that. I don't know if he asked you to freestyle, you asked him to freestyle. It was one or the other during your clerk days.
You called it a clerk. You're stuck in the 40s. Remember when you were a clerk at the market?
What happened?
Remember when you were a clerk at the market? But yeah.
But he's doing his music thing. He's doing really good.
Was he rapping?
He's doing like Spanish rap, like reggaeton and stuff like that.
Oh, sweet.
He's doing real good with it. And he has his DJ thing that he has going on. He's on the up and up.
He's keeping busy, man. Sounds like it.
Yeah, just like everybody else that wants to do something during this quarantine.
That's great, bro. That's fantastic, man. But
everybody's good.
yeah, I'm glad the fam's good and everything. Damn, dude, we really have to. After speaking to you and God, I'm gonna go inside of a corner and I'm not come out until this shit's over because.
It's all right. It's almost over. The second wave will come in a couple months, and then it'll be over after that.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, right now, who knows? But yeah, let's think optimistic.
Yeah.
I think I'm too pessimistic. I think I'm too a little too wow.
I definitely.
Shit happens,
I'm expecting a second wave to hit just in case if it does hit. I'm like, all right, I knew it was coming.
To get as much sanitizer, dude. First of all, I have not seen an aerosol can in a store. Dude, I was just every time I go to Walmart or ShopRite, because I do like my meal preps and stuff, and I go to ShopRite, whatever.
Yeah.
I always peek in the aisle real quick, right, to see if there's fucking empty shelves.
Yeah, those things are scarce. I just have wipes that I got lucky because Andrew gave me a pack, and I'm like,
yo, what a pal! That is a friend right there, bro.
Yeah, he was like, oh, you need wipes? I was like, I'll take them. Because I had prior, but I was like, I know that's gonna run out eventually.
Dude, so that gold during this freaking quarantine shit, just that gold.
Sanitizer. I stocked up a hand sanitizer. I'm like, I'm taking no chances with any of this.
But just don't stock up on fucking toilet paper. What? Before we end this, I have to address this real quick. When did toilet paper become the thing of this?
I don't know. I don't know why.
In March.
I don't know. Taking the shit became the most important thing.
I was honestly, bro. I'm like, when I heard of the virus, and I'm not trying to make light of the virus, but I'm saying, but like, yo, people buying toilet paper. I'm like, does it make you shit? I'm like, is it like serious? I'm like, is it a thing that I didn't? I'm like, why is toilet paper? To this day, you can ask somebody who hoarded all the toilet paper, and you could just sit them down and be like, why did you get? And then we like, I don't know. I don't know.
They just panicked. They saw the news and they saw somebody getting a bunch of it, and then one person did it, and then it just snowballed from there.
Yeah, it snowballed, and then a lot of stores were going, no refunds. They did that. A lot of stores. That's smart. They were like, if you bought an abundance of, let's say, toilet paper.
Yeah.
I know they didn't say this in the fine, but if you realize that you were a dumbass and bought all this shit, do not return it, because we're not going to accept it. So it's yours. So if you bought fucking 2 tons of fucking toilet paper, you now own 2 tons of toilet paper.
I mean, silver lining, you're going to use it eventually, so.
Facts. That's true, bro. Because I bought a big thing of Charmin like this, just like regular. I just bought a big. And, dude, yeah, it's like, damn, this shit goes. This shit runs, bro. But not to, like, get gross, but yeah.
See, I'm pretty sure those guys are laughing at us.
True. But now the shelves are okay, right? The shelves are decent with toilet paper. It's just we can't get our hands on antibacterial.
Yeah, that's just, like, it's impossible to find. Like, that whole lane is just, like, deserted.
Mm-hmm. Hey, this IG thing, it doesn't give me a timer, dude. It's crazy. Like, I wish they gave me a timer. I can't find one, so I'm looking at my car clock, because I'm in my car, you know.
But are you now? I thought we were live in your studio. You agreed to this.
We are. In my mobile studio. This is literally my mobile studio.
Or something.
Huh?
I thought we were doing like a Jimmy Kimmel thing here.
Close. Trust me, when you're on this thing for like the 80th time, you'll be like, improve. If you're on this thing for the 80th or 100th time and I'm still in here, just ignore it. The point, just ignore it. It might happen. I don't know yet. We don't know yet. Bro, thank you so much for being on, bro.
No problem, man.
It was great catching up with you again, bro. I know we have a lot more to talk about, but that's what the next time's for, Tom.
Yeah, we have way more stuff that we could cover, but
cool.
It's only an hour time, so
we will, dude. All right, bro. Fredo, bro. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, brother. All right.
No problem.
Talk to you soon. Stay safe.
All right, man.
Bye. All right, so that was it. That was my conversation with my brother Wilfredo, aka G Kid. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, so yeah, it's time to edit this bad boy, post it, and just let's keep the conversation going. Thank you so much. I hope you had fun, and for everybody, thank you so much for joining.